Welcome back. We joined Mike Eppel. Just before the break, we were talking about the call for more travel restrictions, given the variants that we're seeing coming into the province. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning, Melanie. And this idea of, again, further restrictions on flights coming into the country, you know, that number just before the break, 143 flights coming into the country with confirmed cases of COVID-19. I want to know, were those detected before people got on the plane or when they came off during, rapid testing or during quarantine? There's a lot of, the detection and prevention of, the movement of people around the world related to COVID-19, the variants now. Big question, and it sounds like the federal government is considering further restrictions here as we get closer to March break. And of course, March break this year, I guess it has been like this other years, where it's actually 6 days. The kids get the Friday off, for goodness sakes, because they need an extra day. So it'll be interesting to see if the Trudeau government tightens things down. 14-day mandatory quarantine in hotels at the traveler's expense. Mm-hmm. Rapid testing. Why isn't rapid testing taking place as soon as you land? I don't understand, and that's the big question. Why aren't these tests being more forcefully rolled out?
Really good questions.
So and of course, then the airlines are going to say, we need government assistance because you're basically shutting us down.
Mm-hmm. Well, who is getting government assistance? And that is the cannabis companies, who are doing quite well right now.
Yeah, well, they saw improved sale. Well, they're mostly losing money. Let's put that out there. But the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy was supposed to go out to companies who saw declining sales. And most of the cannabis companies last year did not see declining sales. In fact, their revenue was on the rise, even though they're still losing money. There was a lot of merger and acquisition activity. Some companies actually went bankrupt because it's still such a nascent industry. But at the same time, some questions. This is a story in the Globe and Mail this morning about how the emergency assistance actually was sent out to companies, how they qualified, and now does Canada Revenue come back and say, yeah, you really didn't need that money, so pay us back. So some of these companies could be hit with a big tax bill, potentially, if in fact the feds choose to crack down and really go through the numbers to see who should have and should not have qualified for some of these wage subsidy programs.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through the weeds in this one. It's interesting, right? And where we're
the weeds.
The weeds. I didn't even do that on purpose, Mike. I promise. I didn't.
It was so funny.
Feeling really good about myself right now. All right. All right. Thank you, Mike. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Still to come here on Breakfast Television. What are we sitting at? 6:15 right now. So we know the province says that at least 34 confirmed cases of that UK variant are circulating in our province. So what do we know about it? How concerned should we be? We're going to talk to a physician coming up next, hopefully answering some of those questions.